Hey everybody, my name is Kate, this is Cash in the City, and this is my first ever YouTube video. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know my setup's a little bit awkward, but I figured I have to start somewhere. So to introduce myself a little bit, I am in my 20s. I live in the city of Chicago. I live by myself. I have a teeny tiny little apartment, like tiny little studio apartment in the city. And my family, they're all a few states away, so I'm just here by myself. I work full time. I'm an accountant, and a real accountant, not a TikTok accountant. If you know, you know. I had to throw that out there. It's not a euphemism for anything. I work with money. So I figured I might as well try and get my own money, into shape, seeing as that's what I do for a living, so I might as well do it for myself. So yeah, this year I've had some goals I'm working on, financial goals, personal goals, and I wanted to focus on those financial goals here. And one in particular is paying off my $7,000 in credit card debt, which is luckily my only debt, but it's been weighing on me for a while. And the story of how I got into it was a little bit embarrassing. I'm gonna share it just, in broad strokes here. But yeah, so I'm hoping to post more in this channel. I'm hoping that my videos will get a little better as time goes on. I'm still learning everything here, but the types of videos that you can expect to see from me here will be weekly cash envelope stuffings, maybe some savings challenges, some debt updates, some advice, if I can give any. And yeah, really, I wanted to share the journey of somebody starting cash budgeting from scratch and starting a YouTube where they focus on cash budgeting from scratch. Like, when I say I'm going to be using the envelope method, I literally mean I'm going to be using one of these, well, several of these for a while. Like, I don't have all the cute stuff yet. I hope to someday, but I am starting from nothing, y'all. So I thought maybe this would be helpful for people who are in the position that I was in, who want to start cash budgeting. Maybe they want to start posting on YouTube, but they're just starting from absolute scratch. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my goals. I'm going to talk a little bit about my debt. Before we get started, I figured I'm going to light up the candle of the day here. This is sweet pea and pomegranate, and it was a Valentine's Day gift from my mom. So let me light that up, and then let's get started. Okay, y'all, so I also have St. Jude here. I'm Catholic. I love my saints, and he is the patron of difficult causes. And Lord knows that taking care of my finances is going to be a little bit of a difficult cause. So I figured that, he belongs here for this video. So let's get started talking about my credit card. And I drew that little frowny face because that's how it makes me feel. I apologize if you can't read my handwriting very well, but in total, I have 7,100. I know I draw my ones like a 2. It's a bad habit. Yeah, 7,100 in total. And there are two main things that contributed to it, and I'm not gonna lie, they're both kind of embarrassing. Let's get to the worst one first. DoorDash. I was using DoorDash like crazy last year. Like almost every day. I moved to the city last year. I live in a tiny apartment with like a tiny, tiny kitchen, so I didn't want to cook. And I don't know, I was sad. I ate my feelings. I spent more on DoorDash than I care to admit. Maybe someday I will like add it up and share it with the world, but yeah. And then there's something a little weird, but I guess it says something about my personality. Perfume. I bought an embarrassing amount of perfume last year. I love perfume. I love anything that smells good. I love sampling it. I love buying it. I love testing it. I love reviewing it. I'm on Fragrantica every day. If you know about it, you know. But I spent a lot of money on that last year, so I have to stop. $1, that is how much I had to begin with in credit card debt, so I did knock off quite a lot of it, just under 30%. I started paying it off in December, so I'm very happy about what I was able to do in just about 2 months, but yeah, 7,100 is a lot, y'all. That needs to go. So I do have a plan, and it is putting $200 per paycheck. Now, I get paid weekly, so that comes out to $800 or $1,000 a month. In addition to that, all of my bonus money from work goes towards that debt. Now, I get a quarterly bonus, so I get 4 a year. roughly in January, April, July, and October. So I got my January bonus already, and that all went towards credit card debt. And yeah, it's like 5% of my total pay, kind of depending on how the company does. So yeah, that will be coming up in April. That's all going to the credit card. Any gift money I get goes towards the credit card. So Christmas, I got some money from relatives and loved ones. It all went towards it. And that's, I'm not going to lie, a big part of why I was able to pay off almost $3,000 in 2 months. My birthday's coming up soon. If I get any money for that, you know where it's going. All right. Any side hustle money that I get. Now, I am hoping to start a side hustle this year. I have a few ideas, maybe driving Uber, maybe doing DoorDash or something like that. There's a lot of money to be made in that here in the city. And I do have a car, so that is something I'm keeping open as a possibility. Now I have two big goals for myself for March. Sorry, St. Jude. Well, I'm going to need him for these because it's going to be hard. First one is no credit card use at all. I have still been using my credit card a little bit, mostly for things like buying a coffee or like I take the train to work here. Sometimes I use my credit card instead of my debit card to pay to, take the train. That needs to stop. And well, I mentioned the coffee thing. One of them is getting no coffee out. Luckily, my work pays for Starbucks. So Monday through Friday, that's not an issue. Saturday and Sunday, though, sometimes I go to the Starbucks and I need to stop. And last, no perfume or perfume samples. I just wrote samples here because that's what I've been buying the most of recently, but I need to take a break from buying perfume at least through the end of March because it has gotten a little bit out of hand. On a lighter note, here are some of my financial goals I am going to be working towards on this channel. So number one, I want to get this credit card fully paid off by August. I've done the math and it's going to be aggressive, but doable. So that gives me about 6 months to pay off $7,000 in credit card debt. Pray for me, everybody, but I think I can do it. Number two, I would like to go back to school within the next year or so with minimal debt. Now, this one's going to be the hardest to pull off because school is expensive. I want to go back to school to finally get my 30 credits so that I can take the CPA exam. That would be a really good thing for my long-term career, but paying for those 30 credits is kind of scaring me. So this is going to be a big one. Expect to hear more about it. But yeah, that's a big goal of mine. And this one kind of relates. I want to save $5,000 by the end of 2024. This is going to be a tough one, especially with paying off that credit card debt. Because if you do the math, that's like $12,000 that I'm going to need to save. But I think I can do it. Pray for me, but I think I can do it. And lastly, I want to be able to finish Christmas with no debt. I want to be able to buy everybody that I love, my friends and family. I want to buy everyone a nice gift without having to touch my credit card. That would be amazing because Christmas time, it kills me. I know it kills a lot of people. So that is going to be a big one and something I'm going to have to plan for in my budgets. All right, y'all, so that is it for today. That is just a quick intro. I know this video is very I don't want to say low effort because believe it or not, I did put a lot of effort into this, but it could use improvement. I promise I'm going to improve, and I promise that, yeah, you're going to see a lot of progress from me. I'm going to be filling up a lot of these. I kept this out just to finish on the note that, if you want to start cash envelope stuffing and you feel a little bit overwhelmed by people who have very elaborate systems, who have very beautiful aesthetic envelopes and envelope holders, don't let that intimidate you. I don't say this to shade people who have that. I love that stuff. I want to get it, but I just don't have it right now. So I just want to say, if this is what you're starting with like me, just start. Don't be intimidated. Start now. Your future self will thank you. All right, thank you again for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe, stick around, and yeah, have a good day.